More Heroes of the Storm, more CCL. Crowd control against Oxygen Esports, everybody. We got our game all the way at the top of the standing now. And our top 3, crowd control currently holds the #1 spot in the CCL, our Heroes of the Storm tournament, our league here in 2020. Now we have our first map of the best of 5 series on Dragon Shire. On the left side, X-Ray on Stukov, Lauber on Melganis, Dino's playing Chromie, Rutzo on Kira, and Dequaza on Diva. Whereas over to the right side of the map, Team Oxygen with Banana H on Karazim, Red Robot on Muradin. We got Prismaticism on Zeratul, Nazmaz on Rexa, and Madara is playing Tychus. Without the grenade build, he actually makes a play in to press the advantage for the range increase. Should be an interesting match here. So, as usual, best of 5. And as I mentioned, this is all played out on the North American Heroes of the Storm server. Therefore, Heroes of the Storm players from Europe or players from Korea will play with a bit of a ping disadvantage, as you all well know by now if you regularly watch the CCL coverage here. So there's going to be an average ping for all of those affected of 120 to 150, and again average. There's going to be a couple of outliers. I suppose that especially the Koreans are struggling with a bit of a higher ping, but just in case if you didn't know. And the games are not only played on the North American Heroes of the Storm server, to be a little bit more specific, they're all played out on NA Central. So, now that all of this is starting up, we got our Zeratul startup with the Cleave build once again. We have Kira in play. We have pretty normal compositions, more or less. There's of course a chance that later... I mean, honestly, right now when I'm looking at that Muradin and I see the Karazim, that immediately alarm bells start ringing in my head because we are in NA after all. So I'm just waiting for Haymaker plus 7-sided strike. I so hope that's not what's going to happen here. But it's North America after all, and I've seen too many Haymakers in the CCL up to this point where I'm just sitting there like, is he going to go for the proper Heroes of the Storm talent on 10 for Muradin or not? So time will tell. They have Rexa too, which is of course the king of Dragonshire usually, because he can hold the lane very, very easily. We'll see if that's what's going to happen. Currently he's trying to hold the bot lane and also go for the Siege Giants at some point, I suppose. But the fight at the top is breaking out as we have Rutsu trying to hold the shrine with Kira. Problem is, he gets some company, but is able to make it out. Cleave build continues, and Muradin is heading into the Reverberation on level 4, so we're going to see him with more damage. And they're making the play for Rutsu, and yeah, he's not going to make it out, and he knows that from the get-go, so he's starting to trade at least a bit for damage. But of course, he dies first kill in the game. Crowd control, losing one of their players, but pressuring the bot lane incredibly aggressively. Zeratul is trying to at least take the Siege Giants in the backline down. Good move by Prismaticism, that one was needed. If not, those Siege Giants are going to wreck them. But that's a double camp push that we have. And that was highly successful so far. The wall has fallen, they're trying to make a play for the fountain, and they should be able to take that down with the camp alone. That gives them a lot of sustain on the lane. And Nazmaz is very low, but he's not the only one. Chromie is also low and goes down right away. So a second kill for Oxygen Esports. All the way top side. Lauber, is he going to be able to go for the shrine? I mean, now that Rutsu is coming in, he should have a chance. We have X-Ray in the middle, trying to hold up any Dragonite attempts. And should be successful also, if he ever has to. But in this case, he didn't even have to commit to anything. We have our level 4 stack talent for Rexa, so it's going to be all about the Hunter-Gatherer here. Whereas the bigger they are for Tychus is now being played out from Tychus' perspective. So Madara gets attacked. They go for the Resident Sleeper move against him, but Tychus makes it out, and Lauber went a bit too deep. Eats the shots from the towers, is low. X-Ray is trying to keep him alive, but that's the end of Lulba and Malganis. Level 7 talents are ready for Oxygen Esports, and they're immediately trying to use them down here at the bottom of the map. Bit of a zone out with the bomb. But as you can see, we got the Wormhole ready, and in addition to that, the Blinding Speed. Very likely going to be followed up by the Cleansing Touch later on. So the level 10 will reveal exactly what we're going to get for Muradin, which is definitely the hero that I have my eyes on right now, for reasons mentioned previously. And, well, for now, at least, at the top, it's still our back and forth play on control when it comes to the shrine. In the middle of the map, still Dequaza holding the position together with Lauber. But I think Kira is going to be in trouble here. Rutsu is sitting tight. Zeratul is already in. Red Robot is sitting in the bush. And they're trying to get the Stormbolt. A little bit of a wee by Kira, and if he hits... Yeah, she's dead anyways. I was about to say, if he hits the Storm Bolt, then she dies, but then again, she would have died anyway, so he hits the Storm Bolt late, so he gets the extra stacks for his level 1 talent. In case that you didn't know, if you set the kill up, then you actually get more out of this one. So he's already at 16 stacks, so that's a pretty decent progress, considering that he didn't go into Sledgehammer, which we sometimes see for the faster baseline completion. But we are now 4-5 minutes into the game, and up to this point at least, it was only crowd control that made the plays here. We have 4 kills against 0, they have elite in experience, structural damage has been done by the blue team, but Oxygen Esports has done the most work. And I kind of think I just mixed up the names. So Oxygen Esports is obviously the one that made the most happen here. They had 4 kills to 0. Crowd control is at least on the kill count struggling, but they did good work at the bottom of the map. So from structurally speaking, they're not looking too shabby. Problem is that level 10 will soon kick in for Oxygen Esports, and then this might change too, because there's a fair chance that they're gonna take the first Dragonite of the game. So in comes the jump. Talking about Dragonite, seems like the blue team finally has access to both of the temples here. But Zeratul is in the middle and should have an easy time here. That being said, we have a very low Zeratul trying to deal with all of this. That was not the connect that he was looking for. Still going to be happy about it. There's the level 10, and let's have a look at Red Robot. He's holding it back. 7-sided. No, please, don't. Don't. Just do it. Just don't. Thank you. Oh, applause, applause. Nice. Thank you very much. He doesn't let me down. We get Avatar. We get Avatar. Red Robot has played some insane games in the CCL. He had some incredible performances, and he goes for Avatar. I'm so happy about that. You have no idea. I could have definitely seen NA go straight into a Haymaker isolation for a 7-sided, and that would have been very likely a disaster. But as it stands, we have in heroic abilities also the slaps for Stukov. We have Void Prison as usual on the North American server for Zeratul. And everybody is just like trying to set the next play up. Because, well, actually Rutsu hasn't really made a choice yet. So we can wait and see if he maybe is a little bit farther out there. Bit of a grenade poke, nicely dodged by Rutsu. Doesn't even get dismounted here, so that's good. At the top lane, there's a bit of damage against Equaza, not too much. Lauber's moving in and needs the Storm Bolt. Should be able to make it out here. And Lauber is one of the few players, honestly, that still tries to make Mal'Ganis work. And obviously in the past, that was unfortunately a miss. In the past, he has played a very nice kill. He has played a very successful Mal'Ganis, but then recently the hero has just fallen off. But we have, just on the last patch, or the patch before that, seen some buffs to Mal'Ganis, and especially his survivability and hit points. And that brings him at least back on the radar of Lauber and in this game, therefore. But 5 kills to 0, that is pretty dominant performance. Now, again, the experience lead isn't really there for Oxygen Esports, and crowd control is setting up a lot of pressure with those camps that they continuously take. That has now also led to the bottom fort being not destroyed, but taking a lot of damage and severely damaged here. Now, Dino is still slowly playing this out with Chromie here. Our fake dragon is making it in once again. A bit of a poke happening. Rotation is now coming in too. Mirrodin this time missing the Storm Bolt. 23 stacks from already. Very close to completing the quest. And here comes the fight. 4 versus 3. At least for now. As they're trying to make a play for it. Wolves are more or less all up with the exception of Diva, who's not part of this battle anyways. She's still fighting out the top side. Neosteel Playday coding is in. We also got the Spell Shield, Quicksilver, and the Bronze Beard Rage. As the trap is set again. Red Robot, Stormbolt, and Rutsu is low. Makes it out, at least for now, but the Void Prison set up as they're trying to come in for the kill, and they should be able to take it here. Stukov with a slappity slap, but that's a kill, that's a double. Kira down, so is Stukov, and Chromie falls to 8 kills to 0 by now. Lauber is about to escape, but even he might fall as another Stormbolt hits home, and that's the end of Mal'Ganis 2. All of them destroyed, and game number 1. Crowd control gets blown out of the water. They are the number 1 in the standings at this point, but whew. Seems like Oxygen Esports has very different plans who's going to be in the lead on the leaderboard after this week. So a great start into this first game of the Heroes of the Storm series in the CCL. with 9 kills to 0 and now on a 1.5 lead. They are looking fantastic here, doing tons of damage, and they are starting to control this completely. They struggled at the bot lane initially just a bit, and structures fell as a result, but now they are about to take the first fort in the game, and with that big of an experience lead, they might be able to take even a bit more. They're pushing the bot lane right now with Siege Giants, so at least the fountain should be destroyed, which is going to give them also a very solid setup for bot lane pressure. And the Dragonite is on its way to the top. So there's that. Yeah, in the meantime, a counter play attempt against Karazim. Alright, Banana H gets slapped around a bit, but it's not enough to lead to a kill. Instead, Lauber's in trouble and he gets dropped. 10 kills to 0. I am not quite sure what's going on with the crowd control boys right here, but they seem to struggle. Oh, yes. Oh, Dino! And he goes down to, wow, 12 kills to 0. Now, as far as I know, this game was actually played last on the Playday, and it was late during the night when this game was played. And with late during the night, I mean like 2 or 3 a.m. at the time of the play. I think the entire series lasted even until 4 o'clock or something, I'm not quite sure. But I've seen a few comments afterwards from that. So there is actually a chance that they were literally tired. So whatever it is that they have to do in order to wake up now, they need to do it quickly, because game number 1 is not a good start at all. Not even a little bit. Yeah, bottom fort has fallen, mid fort is down, top fort is under pressure, fountain has been destroyed there too. Camp at the bot lane is gonna respawn in a few seconds, and Oxygen Esports is already in position for it. But they are having a great first game here. Let's get much better than that. 27,000 damage for Tychus. Interestingly enough, he's not even the top damage in the game. That's still Chromie, even though it's fairly even. But the kill count couldn't be more different. Level 16 is such a crucial talent now for crowd control, because it's the talent that will allow them to finally go into an even battle again. Now on 16 we have of course Void Slash, Sizzling attacks. We also have the Cleansing Touch now, and the Fake Death thingy. Feign Death. I mean, pretty much the same thing. So, yep. Rexa, the worst actor in the universe, whenever he feigns his death. Nobody believes that shit. Everybody just sticks around, and then once he pops back to life, he just gets killed. Nearly every single situation, but yeah. So, right now, 16 for both sides. If you ever want to fight your way back into it, this would be the time. So if ground control, if they want to have a chance to win map number 1, this is kind of the time when you want to make your play. And you want to say like, alright guys, let's go, let's find a way to force a fight here and take an advantage. But so far, that hasn't quite happened. So now the attack is coming in, they're going for the fort at the bottom. Could be a trade at the top, especially since the Bruiser camp is still pushing in. Prismaticism gives this up, could force it with a VP. Should make sure that they're not stacking too much. X-Ray is moving out, but here's the kill attempt against Lauber, and Melganis lives, at least for now. The backline isolation with another 3-man VP. Bit of an explosion against Banana H, but can they get those kills? They're trying for Zeratul, and Prismaticism is down, but so is Lauber. Well, 1 kill for a kill, another Stormbolt connecting, Red Robot going ham on that backline. And that's a kill on Kira, just as we've seen a kill against Chromie a second earlier. And that is the end of Stukov 2. Yep, not really a great start here for them in this game, as I keep saying. 17 kills to 1. At least they got 1. But yeah, just check this out. They took kill after kill, and of course you already know that X-Ray fell just a second later. Now we have the second Dragonite taken, and not only are they in possession of another objective, they are also nearly 3 levels ahead now. So this should be a keep at least. If not for the death of Zeratul, I suppose they would probably try and make a play for the core already. It's very early in the game. I mean, we're 13 minutes in. Transgression is now being taken. The Unstoppable Force. We have the big red button. And yep, there we go. I'm still waiting for Blizzard to just like release a new hero and give him a talent on 20. It's called the Immovable Object. That would be quite a lot of fun if we have that, but yeah, so far that's not the case. Right now the attack against Lauber again, the 7-sided with some decent damage, but just not enough. And I don't think they can really go for the core. If they can kill some heroes, maybe with the setup from Prismaticism, they have a chance. They're still sticking around because they are hoping that they can make that play. But so far it hasn't really happened. The level 20 talents, again, are ready. Odin is nearly off cooldown. He is going to pop the big red button in just another second. They might be able to end it after all now. And with Odin still up in the VP to isolate them a little bit further and buy themselves a bit more time on the core, there's a very good chance actually, unless the red team is losing a few heroes. And the blue team hasn't really been known for killing a lot of heroes in this game. At least today. Yeah, there's already our VP setting it up, following it up with damage. This is gonna be game, ladies. The core has already taken some. Down goes Dukov. Diva's fallen. Lauber joins. And that's the end of it. Nicely done. 22 kills, 5-man team wipe. As Oxygen Esports takes the lead in the best of 5. What a stomp on game number 1. Spraygeon on point as well. Easy peasy victory for the red team. Oxygen Esports with a 1-0 in the best of 5 series. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Game number 2, Sky Temple. Crowd Control got an ass-kicking on our first map of the day. Now that we are on our second map in this Heroes of the Storm series, we have Oxygen Esports in the lead. And on the left side, the blue team with X-Ray on Karazim, Dequaza on Sonya, Lauber on Muradin, Dino on Cassia. Hasn't made a decision on stacking or not stacking just yet. Rutzo on Zarya. We've seen this a bit more often now too. And on the right side of the map, the team in the lead, Oxygen Esports, trying to extend that lead with Madara on Chromie, Nazmas on Diva, Red Robot on ETC, Banana H on Stukov, and Prismaticism on Phoenix. Okay. Well, Phoenix is in, stacking for Dino. The stack master himself is trying to make his plays now. Yeah, and let's see what they can do. Crowd Control, again, the entire series started extremely late at night for them, from European perspective. So, I think roughly at 2 AM is where it all started. So maybe they woke up after they just got their ass kicked on the last map. And they really have to, because, boy, that was a beatdown. So, let's see if in game number 2 they can come around, or they are going to lose that number 1 spot in the standings very, very quickly. Well, down here we already have a bit of an aggressive move by the blue team as they're trying to make a play, but Chromie's time traps are shutting them down. Red Robot is already looking for another power slide, and Dino is using the chance to stack a little bit, getting the first 7 stacks together for his level 1 talent. Yeah, he uses that of course a lot on other maps, for example Volskaya Foundry, but also here just trying to get more and more of those Lightning Furies connected so that he can later on in the game really pack a punch in those team fights. Our top lane has moved into a 1 versus 1 setup between Sonya and Diva, and at the bottom of the map the Dwarf is currently doing his thing. So in this case we also have on level 1 the 3rd win, so you can really take a ton of poke, especially against heroes like Chromie, and then move out of the fight, just wait a little bit for the trade to kick in and then recharge and come back into the battle. Camps are taken at roughly the same pace from both teams now, so there's not going to be a big difference here. Maybe a bit of a difference at the capture time, especially now with vision granted through Chromie on the left side, so they know what's happening. Blue team doesn't really seem to care though. They take theirs immediately and allow the red team therefore to time their camp properly and try to make it so that the camp arrives at their wall just as the other camp is there too. The thought process is always that you want to have the camps crash right here roughly, so that your towers still help you to defend against the opponent's push, and then your own camp will be a bit more impactful as it marches through the lane. So that's basically the theory behind it. In addition to that, we also got now a level 4 Sledgehammer talent, without the level 1 by the way. Without the level 1, so that means he really wants to complete the baseline as quickly as he can, but he's not going to get any huge Sledgehammer value afterwards because he can't stack additionally with the perfect storm on the first level. But the top side is pressuring, as you can see right now. And yeah, it's party time. Dino, careful. Yeah, there's the slide. Hello, nice follow-up. Lauber jumps out. And there's no one that can chase him down here. But the push is continuing. Temples are activating in 16 seconds. And Sonya and Diva are the 2 that are rotating between the lanes to get the experience. At this point, 13 stacks for Cassia. Then, of course, going to try and take a bit more here. Red Robot is already sitting in the bush, just hoping for a chance to get a good power slide through and set the kill up for the other 3 heroes that are still present here. And X-Ray is already doing his thing. waddling a little bit around on the temple as he gets the shots fired into the middle. The top is still being fought over. And honestly, the longer crowd control can stop the red team from taking shots here, the better, because they might just be able to move in after all later on. As it turns out, it's not quite possible. Red team is still establishing position on this one. And yep, there we go. Here comes Karazim in the middle, all the way up at the top. Rutsu and Lauba are still trying. They're trying to poke this out. The whole thought process is just like, see if you can get a kill, do a little bit of damage. If you can push them back, that's great. And might allow Karazim later on to move in and help out. But now we have both teams with level 7. Skullcracker comes in as a result. The Echo Paddle for ETC. Technically, that gives him the chance to go into a global play. But we can be fairly sure that he tries to go for Mosh Pit here. Unless they really feel the need to play around the macro game style, but I don't really see that happening. No matter how many interrupts you have on the other side, if you can at least threaten the Mosh Pit, that already gives you a lot of opportunities. We got the 20 stacks in for Cassia. Together we are strong is now here too. Okay, and well, in the meantime, it's just time for the camps again. It's a little bit more of a passive game if you compare it to the first map. First map was really just like balls out from the go, I think. A lot of traps being set up, Muradin hiding in the bushes, trying to get some storm bolts connected to allow the team to get kills, which worked, by the way, several times. But right now, both of them are a little bit more laid back and just like checking this out. Down to the bottom of the map though, that's where the siege giants are colliding, and the red team is attempting to set up another push as they are falling in step with 4 heroes being present. But everyone from crowd control is now sliding in as well to ensure that they can still defend their own wall. Don't forget, the next objective spawns at the bottom of the map. Sky Temple in that sense is quite scripted, and once that you are at the bottom of the map here, you want to make sure that you still have access to your own fountain, or you can kiss that fight goodbye from the get-go, and that's not really a good look, because this is one of those single altar plays, single temple plays, where you have to make a move for it, or you're going to fall behind in structures, and that's always a bit annoying. So right now, we got still a push coming at the bot lane. Wall is already gone, so that's kind of bad news, but at least Sonya is able to do also some damage up at the top. And the tower goes down. Yeah, that spear was cracking the foundation of the entire thing, and then it crumbled just a second later. That's how that works. Found the weak spot. Over here though, the silence, the lurking arm, and the body blocking, but the shield is in. X-Ray gets away. Unbelievable that he didn't die. And he goes stage dive. He went stage dive. I mentioned it as he took Echo Paddle, but I didn't really think that he would go for it. They seem to feel that they need to do something with global play though. And ETC dies. Oh, that just sucks. You jump out and then you get killed regardless. Look at how he just dodged out on the 7-sided with that move. Check this out. He picks the talent. They lock him into the corner. Then he jumps out, but that's the moment when Sonya comes from the top and kills him anyways. That just feels bad. ETC sits there. I'm gonna get away! Nope. Not happening. So yeah, ETC goes down. I mean, he couldn't know that Sonya is coming there from the top, but now, of course, they're suffering all over the place. They're taking damage at the bottom of the map. In the middle of the map, they're also losing quite a few structures. Now, the good news is that at least at the top, they themselves were already able to take a fort down too, so it's not like they're the only ones that are losing structures here. But it definitely is hurting the red team a lot. They now lost the fort in the middle as well. Rotation is still ongoing. It's a single kill, and it had a huge impact simply because of this single temple here. So, yeah. Now, we got 10 kills by... 10 stacks by now for Muradin's baseline. So he still has a long way to go before he's going to get the cooldown reduction and the pierce. But on top of that, we now have the 28 stacks also for Cassia. So Dino is maybe not up to his usual pace here, but he's still in a position where he's going to be able to do a little bit of work. And, well, let's see. 1 to 2. Mid lane, pressure is still ongoing. And ETC, now that he has the global, he can use the Echo Paddle and push these lanes out. Fight all the way up at the top. That's a little bit of a different story though. Stukov, there's ETC. This time a little bit more successful with that slide. Stukov with the arm, and there's the kill. Nicely done. So after we made fun of ETC a little bit after the last one, that's a round of applause for our bad boy here. Nicely done, well played, good stage dive, good stage dive. Way better than the last one, so yeah, well deserved. made up for it. He made up for it, I gotta say. Now we got 29 stacks for Cassia. I really feel that in order to get some real serious late game damage, he needs to have a few more fights where he can really stack. Muradin is now down in the middle of the map too. Seems like our cow is going for a bit of a killing spree with the rest of the team here. And they are trying to take another fort down. So 13 to 13 talents are in. That gives us the virulent reaction too. Bronzebeard Rage is in. And it's time to shine. They slide, they play, they're trying to go for another kill, and Banana H is ready immediately. Valkyrie connects with, well, Prismaticism. They take Stukov down, but Prismaticism is about to escape. X-Ray, he's trying to chase. He can't make it work. He got close though, but it just wasn't enough. Bot lane has to be defended. That's where we have Siege Giants up towards the top. That's where the last few of the remaining camp minions are trying to push in, but Quasar is there and deals with it. Boss has not been touched yet. Now, Stukov is down, death timers are still a bit low since we're only 9 minutes in, so they're not going for the boss, but they're stealing the Siege Giants. And they're trying to go for Phoenix! And they take him down. Only a dead Protoss is a good Protoss, so they drop him quickly. Nicely done, which gives them, again, the numbers advantage on the map. And this time they're not hesitating. This time they're so close already to the boss that they're saying, alright, fuck it, we're going straight for the boss, and then we're going to go for the bottom temple. And Nazmas is going to sniff that out, but there's nothing that he can do. Even if ETC would decide that they're going to take a fight here and stage dives in, it's not going to change a thing. All the forts have been destroyed, by the way, now by the red team. So on the blue team side, we don't have the outer ring of protection anymore. Nothing is intact. Whereas then again, the boss is now pushing through the bottom of the map, and Sonya is still taking shots here. They're trying to go for D.Va, and they might be able to get him. Nazmas gets attacked, is low, trying to rush away. Couple more hits are coming, and that's the end. D.Va down, and they are pushing the top even further. ETC is slowly starting to make a play for Sonya at the bottom of the map, I suppose. But Quasar is still getting a few more shots fired, and those are assisting the boss and taking down the bottom wall. Team at the top is taking Stukov down as they are pressuring this in. With all of the attention being drawn by the boss at the bot lane, they have a bit more free reign topside that they can use to take another structure down. So all in all, good move by Crowd Control. They're starting to look better and better here. They have 5 kills against 2. And it's definitely a very, very different game than what we've seen on the first match. Like, really, really different. 5 kills to 2, 16 to 15 now. And here comes another quick move straight in for the mid lane. They have a 5 versus 4. Could take camps away, but there's nothing left, honestly. There's no camp up right now. I guess the next thing is going to be the camp up here with 15 seconds. But if we're honest, by then Stukov is going to be back. They won't be able to do a whole lot with it. So instead they're just falling back for now, trying to get some extra experience. Trying to get farther ahead. If you're ahead, try to get farther ahead. That's pretty much just what they need. Take your own camp, play it safe, play it sound. Do your thing. 25,000 damage by Cassia now. Only rivaled by Chromie, honestly, who's sitting at 28,000. But camps are starting to pop up on the map again, and Crowd Control is eager to grab them. They want to establish that lead a little bit more, want to extend it. A bit of a trap at the bottom, that doesn't really work out. We were apparently hoping that someone would make a play for D.Va, but yep, that wasn't a thing. And in the meantime, we got the Quasar also just roaming around, and they are going for D.Va after all. Nazmas gets attacked, boosts out, and Sonya decides that she doesn't want to follow up on it too. And they also now know that the top is being taken. ETC even stage diving in. Oh, okay. He really thought that they would commit. ETC, he thought the Crowd Control would commit as they sniffed out the camp, so he stage dives in. That shuts the play down, but now he doesn't have his global anymore. Just as the double temple is about to activate on the map. 16 talents still for both teams. And this is only game number 2 in our series. So we'll very, very quickly see how this is going to go here. If Crowd Control can bring it back, because if they now win the objective phase, then they will have taken an incredible lead. And Muradin is already working on the shots. They got Sonya at the top. He steals a few of the shots away. But here comes the play against him. Lauba jumps out. Nice. Cleansing touch applied by X-Ray. And they are starting to trade. The problem is also that we have this camp pushing in. So that's a nice one too. Sonya and the camp should even be able to take the keep. And now that I talk about it, the keep is actually going to fall to the shots alone already. Yeah, they destroyed the wall earlier, so they have a fantastic spot to take this one down. Middle of the map, where the shots are being fired from the mid-temple. Bit of a different story. ETC moving back, trying to stop all of this. I don't think he can stop the keep from falling. And the blue team is fighting for more shots in the middle of the map now too, and they're securing a couple. So they are fairly ahead now. Yeah, they've opened up the wall. They haven't taken the fountain down yet. Scratch that. Down it goes. So they find themselves in a really good spot. 1 minute and 16 on the boss. Mid lane, there's no fountain left for the blue team there either. So the big advantage is really the top keep and opening the lane up, which crowd control was able to do. So, yeah. Let's see what actually we're gonna get. Right now, what else do we have? Red team has to get aggressive. We also don't want to let the opponent get the level 20. It's going to be interesting once the boss is up. I can totally see that one of the teams is going to make a bit of a Hail Mary attempt at trying to decide the game that way. And it's very likely going to be Oxygen Esports the way this is going. So yeah, there's that. But right now, there's a push through the bottom of the map. Yeah, they're setting up. Everybody's moving in for this with the exception of ETC, who can hold the side lane. He's going to bring them back in experience and maybe even give them a lead on it. That Valkyrie hit nothing but air. Yeah, it was an air curry. And yeah, ETC is still sitting at the top and giving them the experience. Whereas another Siege Giant camp is now also stolen away. And let's see what else they can do. Come on, boys, get that 20, get that boss back into the game, and then give me some fights. Daddy needs a battle. Okay, so bottom of the map, Dino is already here. I mean, honestly, I need a little bit of action here, because as we just could tell a second ago, if this relies on me making jokes, then it's going to be a horrible experience for everybody. Not only for you, because you have to listen to it, but also to me, because I have to live with having made these jokes. Well, some of them, you could argue, aren't even jokes. Then again, I'm German, so I don't even have to be funny. It's not expected from me. And also, if I'm too funny, then Angie doesn't allow me to go back to Germany, so there's always that. If you try to go through customs and you have been too funny when you were abroad, then custom agents are just telling you, listen, we can't let you in any longer because you're not really German. So I don't know what to tell you. You have to turn back around. So that's pretty much just what it is. But finally, we got 20 on both sides, and that means that it's time to finally fight it out right here. So, Temple is active in the middle. Muradin sitting at the side, looking for the opening. Muradin, nice, full on lockdown. But he gets the unstoppable falls through. Gets the, well, he actually went for rewind, but they get the kill. Stukov is down. Muradin survives. X-Ray and Zarya, they kept him alive. Now the play for Dino, and instead we have maybe even another kill against the red team, but the cow jumps out. The bad news for Oxygen Esports, though, is that they lost Stukov and they're losing a lot on this map now. They're losing the second keep in the middle, and it's just gonna be worse and worse and worse and worse. So yeah, real problem from them. Catapults are gonna push not only the top lane, but also the middle of the map now. So that's a pretty big problem. And I don't know what to say, but we could see a play for Core here too, especially, of course, if we get another kill. Got the Composite Spear in, Rewind, as we said before, Imprisoned by Light is in too. Or the Imprisoning Light, plus the Unyielding Defender. And they're going for the boss straight at the bottom of the map. It's kind of interesting that they make the play, but then again, it's a 5 versus 4. They made it a bit late, though, so Stukov is back in 5 seconds. He still has travel time. That's the bad news, but, well, Oxygen Esports is forced into it. Their core is under attack now, too. Fight is still there. Stukov won't make it in time. Boss is taken. Great position for crowd control. Yep, and down here they're looking for a kill, but they can't get it this far. But the boss is obvious, you know, starting to march towards the core. So is the camp from the top lane. So that core is taking damage as we speak, or at least the shields are. And they are starting to go in for it. And they're pushing him back, nobody dying. If the blue team can make it towards the main structure with a full 5-man intact, then this should be a no-brainer, especially with 3 catapult and a 4th one coming in at the top lane. This is nearly a checkmate move. We are seeing a pincer maneuver here by crowd control, and they are pressuring this heavily. Right now, Oxygen Esports, they need to send someone back and deal with those catapults. The catapults are starting to go on the core. Thankfully, the minion wave spawns, and we're only 17 minutes in, so yeah, they can defend it. And not even the bottom keep falls. Crowd control, no balls confirmed. They didn't make the play. didn't play aggressive, didn't want to get caught on the bridge of death here. And now the red team has another chance to bring this back by simply playing aggressive and winning a team fight. It's the only opportunity that they have. Play aggressive, come in, try and take them down. Get a few shots connected, something. They need kills. They need a team fight. It's the only chance they have. They're looking for the pressure. They're trying to force that fight. While the top lane, the bot lane are pushing against them. The temples are about to be activated again, and they can't trade there either. So they can't really allow for crowd control to take objective control, or the game will end. They are on a timer. And they don't seem to really know what they want, how to play it out. They send heroes down to the bottom. They have to also go towards the top. Again, ETC is back as catapults are again on the core. And as time continues to pass by, we are seeing those catapults getting stronger and stronger and stronger. As Cure would say, they're scaling. So, yeah, bot lane also, big problem right now, especially with Sonya starting to take the shots here. So, crowd control is just playing around them. They keep Karazim on the temple because he can dash out towards the targets, and they're just running away. They're just running. They're running around them. And now the shots are getting fired at the core. There's also the camp coming in. ETC stage dive down to deal with Sonya. That means at the top we have a 4 versus 4 fight. Shields are gone and the core is taking some damage. Not a lot yet, but then again we're seeing a lot more coming. And, well, here comes the cavalry, baby. They're going for it. Mirrodin is jumping in just as Cassia dies, and they're starting to take the core down. And everybody else has to run. ETC falls at the bottom. Quasar can go for the final shots. This is game pretty much confirmed right here. X-Ray still does some damage. Lauber does too. The shots are fired. And this is the tie in the series as crowd control takes game number 2 and wins it. Secures the W in Sky Temple. Game number 3, a little bit more Heroes of the Storm here in our CCL match, now that the series is tied with Crowd Control on the left side, playing with X-Ray on Stukov, Dino on Sylvanas, Lauban Jojo, Rutzo on Zarya, and Quasar on Leo. Whereas to the right side of the map, Oxygen Esports is trying to play this with Red Robot on Tyrael. We got Banana H on Deckard, Madara on Hanzo, Prismaticism on Chromie, and Nazmas on Diva. Now, I gotta be honest, when I look at these comps, my European brain immediately says like, alright, that's a win for Crowd Control. Crowd Control is gonna take the lead here. Then again, we've seen some crazy setups in the past for NA, and a lot of them worked out, so I should probably be a little bit... calm down a little bit before I make predictions, before we even have the first kill, so you never know what happens. If some team tries to commit to, like, I don't know, a camp steal, a turret steal, and then gets wiped. But looking at the compositions, I like a lot what we're seeing for crowd control here. And I'm not quite sure if Oxygen Esports is really going to be able to make that comp work. They have some real nice on-point damage. They have the Red Robot here, of course, for his Tyrael. I suppose for Sanctification. I guess with the lineup that they're playing with here, you could technically go into Judgment, but I don't see that happening. I can't even remember when I've seen the last real Judgment being played, so I don't think there's a chance of that happening, and you also need to have at least some sustain in these fights. It would be kind of funny though. But then you have also Sylvanas with that mix, Dino quite solid here too, and they can enhance any kind of push with Protector even further through her, which makes the objective finally useful, let's be honest about it. So now that we are here on Volskaya, time will tell what exactly they're gonna pull off. Of course, having Rutzo again on Zarya is also kind of nice, because that Zarya setup is something that they seem to enjoy a lot lately, and with fairly great success. So there's that too. But we're gonna check that out. There's a couple of plays, of course, you can make on the right side too, especially if you're hitting these Hanzo arrows. Then you can always follow up nicely with, let's say, Deckard Cain, also with Chromie. But the turrets are being taken. Actually, I have to correct myself a little bit. Currently only one turret is taken. It seems like Crowd Control is claiming a healing beacon before the red team even gets their own turret. They are super late. So, yeah, honestly, the turret and item game of Oxygen Esports not on point here. Not really. It gets a big from me. Chromie at the top side is riding the pleb horse. Wow, didn't even get a proper mount for this game. Yeah, unfortunate for her. Unfortunate for the fake dragon. And the wall is also about to get destroyed. I don't know, guys. This isn't really a good opening for the red team. They destroyed, absolutely murdered crowd control in game number 1. But apparently, that was really just because the blue team was still a little bit sleepy and had to wake up. Because game number 2 was a fairly different game, and game number 1 is off to a good start for crowd control. Item advantage, having the earlier access to their second turret during the objective, and in addition to that, doing some damage. Leo falls, but he doesn't really count. Leo doesn't die, he only activates his trade talent. That's pretty much what he's doing. So, yeah. But okay. Let's see what else they can do. So far, they have taken a small lead in experience. We have Chromie now starting to work on the camp. Top side is still pushing, and they can't leave that alone because Sylvanas will make this a lot more powerful. And Deckard Cain, the Rejuvenation Potion. Talking about Ruby or Shielding Potion. Going straight into Rejuvenation. So got a little bit of mana on that one too. Interesting. Topside pressure is there, and this wall is gonna fall, at least partly. Even, I was about to say, Zarya is moving to the top, and indeed she does, but the blue team isn't really slowing down here either. Instead, they're making the play now for their own checkpoint. Advances, trying to take over. The wall, as I said, has fallen, so that's a good start, because now that means that the fountain is already exposed, and that's even before you take the objective. If they are able to claim it, level 7 gives us a swift retribution, and one of the reasons why crowd control was pushing topside was also because they were slightly behind in experience, and they needed level 7. So there's that. We have in the middle of the map Lauber getting forced back, and he needs to be careful since he's the one holding the healing beacon. Don't want to lose that. But they can now start to move in. Yeah, there's already the engage. Lauber, careful. Einskin is out. He needs a heal. He's already playing Genji over here. I need healing. But the Quasar, yeah, Rutsu with the shield again. But the lead, at least on the progress bar, goes to Oxygen Esports, as Sylvanas has pushed the top side even further, and that is going to result in the fountain destroyed. So they are setting up for objective number 2 already, and they're getting another turret. Whereas, as you can see, this camp is going to be up in another 10 seconds, so there's that. They already have their item though, and then they can now simply move in. Level 7, the Subdue is in as well. And this is gonna be... honestly, I really want to see how Oxygen Esports plays this. They are ahead in experience right now, but they are losing structures on the map, and structurally, they are struggling a bit. If that objective is not won by the red team, then they are going to pay a high price for it. Especially now the crowd control is catching up in XP. So the Quasar is moving out of the explosion radius, and the Protector is taken. That was important. If Oxygen Esports doesn't take this one, they are suffering. And it was a big success already for crowd control to take the top lane down the way they did, because that helped them prepare for objective number 3. So the red team is honestly the one that has to draw even now, and that's what they're trying to do with an early rotation top side to destroy the wall. But yeah, Protector is already getting crushed a bit. Lauber is trying to create some space for the team so that they can burn it down as quickly as possible, and they do. A bit of damage done, but I'm not sure if they can get that fountain just yet. Maybe later on with the second play they can try it, but at least for the time being, it doesn't seem like they can lock it down. An earlier level 10 might empower them enough so that they can make a move for it. But yeah, pretty much an even exchange. Don't need to win that Protector if you have a Sylvanas. Rumor has it that the earlier Protectors are so weak that a simple Sylvana push is just way stronger than it. No surprises on level 10. Well, maybe with the, again, we got Meme Strike, so Meme Strike on this map isn't really that uncommon. We've seen it multiple times now, and the real value of the talent is of course being had after you get your level 20, because the cooldown reduction allows you to just like throw it out time and time again. Yeah, here comes also a play for Tyrael. Easy kill. Nice combo, easy kill, but a counter kill with the Meme Strike. Alright. So much for main value after 20. Yeah, they get first the kill against Tyrael, but then the counter play against Zarya. And Chromie helps, of course, with a lot of the damage too. Those are some of the kills, and X-Ray goes down as well. They're trying to make a play for Chromie. Nice game, back and forth all of a sudden. We're off to a bit of a slow start, but now they're really going for it, and D.Va is dead too. They're trading kills left and right. They Quasar. Ooh! Run, baby! Run! He gets away! No, he doesn't. Hanzo drops him. The big escape of Leo. It was nearly successful, but yeah, not quite. Unfortunate, my friend. Then again, of course, it's going to be a counter kill. Oh, Madara! Oh, he thought, boys, I'm safe, and then Lauba comes in and is like, no, you're not. They steal the camp, topside 2, another healing beacon for them. What is happening in this game? Sanctification is out. Oh, the Entomb! Nice! Maze to the face as they go for Banana Age, but they cannot get the kill. They're trying for the wall instead, but what's happening all of a sudden? They are just trading kills all over the map. Heroes are coming back, they're dying again, another one falls, tries to escape, gets out, gets shot, gets killed, items getting dropped. I mean, they're just everywhere at this point. This is getting kind of fun. One team will take the lead after this one, and we'll find out which one it is. So far, it's at least a slightly better position for the blue team over the next objective, thanks to the item advantage and the fact that they took the opponent's fountain at the top side down. Level 13 will be available for both, as you can see. Lurking Arm is therefore also getting upgraded a little bit. And let's make the plays. With that, let's go. Bit of a push right here. Sylvanas is trying to make it happen again. There's a damage actually in this game. So looking at 22,000 for Sylvanas, 32,000 for Hanzo. Our boy is doing some work. The old man, on the other hand, yeah, he gets dropped to. Deckard Cain is down. No chance for him. The old man trying to walk away. Didn't have his Rollator, so he couldn't escape quicker. 4 kills to 4. Honestly, if they just like make some, they should really make some hero-specific mounts. Like having one of those Rollator thingies for Deckard Cain. Oh my god, my wallet would be so ready for that. Then again, I don't play support all that often, so what do I care? Good kill against Sylvanas. That was a fantastic meme strike, by the way. It was a really good one from Hanzo, zoning her out completely. Great shove here too, but they're gonna go for Rutsu anyways, and there's the kill. So we are seeing some real nice coordination from Oxygen Esports. I gotta say, that is looking solid. That's a triple kill that they just locked in, and a very nice one at that. Especially the Sylvanas kill was fire. They completely zoned her with that meme strike, so that was mad value. Now we got 7 kills to 4, and crowd control is starting to lose ground incredibly quickly. It was an insanely even game up to this point, but that triple kill, that definitely hurt them, and that hurt them a lot. So now it's the blue team that has to somehow fight their way back into this, because chances are that they're going to lose the second objective here. Yeah, not looking that good for them here. Old man also with the pleb horse right there. We got Dequaza starting to move down to the bottom of the map with his little rat. But yeah, 16. That's what Oxygen Esports wants now. And of course, for crowd control, that also means that they are now in a position where one of their main tasks is going to be to get the experience so that they can fight with the even talent. 64% for Oxygen Esports. It's not insane, honestly. It's not really crazy by any means, so you can still fight that. Especially since crowd control is now locking a few points in themselves. Hanzo also going into the Giant Slayer at this point. But now that they have the 16, they're going to try and go for the checkpoint as quickly as they can. But crowd control, they have to face the music now. Get your next talent and then make the play. Try again with the mind control here. 20 upgrade for that is of course also going to be fantastic. Leo with the Royal Focus and the Ominous Raid now. And yeah, it's party time. Now they gotta go. They have the lead, but they still need to take it. That's maybe the kill against Hanzo. No. Madara makes it out. Madara makes it out like a real Uchiha. And well, there's the meme strike again. Mad value. Kudos. Tip to the hat, my friend. Really nice how they're using this. I gotta say, these are some solid setups that they have. The old man comes in with a, oh, stay a while and get wrecked. As we have Hanzo taking aim with the ult and getting the drop. They steal it away though. Lauba, you thief! They take it. They actually claim the Protector. Quasar dies for it, but they have the Protector. Now let's be honest for a moment. Is that Protector going to do anything? No, of course not. Are they going to do any real damage with the Protector? No. Is the Protector going to be useful? Nine. Jesus, calm down. Sorry I asked. But the one thing that they did is they denied it to the opponent. So we are not seeing a protector for Oxygen Esports. Therefore, they can't do more damage and exploit the advantage that they had here. So this is going to be one of those spots where they now have a bit of an opportunity to just like buy a bit more time, allow everybody to come back, and then play the game from there without falling too far behind. But I gotta say, that was still some sexy setups from Hanzo. This is the most that I've ever seen from Meme Stride in terms of value. Normally, the main value kicks in after level 20 when you have your insane cooldown reduction, but we had some very, very nice moves. Not only the Deckard Kane setup, Madara has real good aim on this one, and he uses it not only to try and get out damage and kills, but he zoned Dino, for example, into a corner so that they could follow up and take Sylvanas down. And yeah, that was totally worth it. So they're finally starting to do a little bit of damage now that everybody is back on the map. But again, this protector was never really meant to do a whole lot. The entire setup was just simply to deny value to the other team. And that they did well. That they actually did very well. So right now, it's all about items again. We have 9 kills to 4. And yep, they're seeing a play for the healing beacon. Bottom of the map, they opened this up a bit earlier. So now if they want to prepare for objective number 3, then try to break through that wall and take that fountain down. And that's exactly what they're trying to do here. Take those towers. They only get 1. They can't do more than that. But they are slowly but steadily starting to claim the space. Okay, so now with that, what else do we get? We have Leo rotating towards the top again. He's doing his thing here. And yep, starts to take the experience for them. 19, nearly going on to 20 here. Sylvana's just rotating from the bot lane to the top lane and doing her thing. Look at that, immediately jumping out. Leo has of course an easier time to escape, so that's not a problem. But look how they're starting to just like chase around them. They're just moving from the bottom to the top, using Sylvanas to push the structures a bit and make the opponent follow, make them run after them. And that is working. That is working. Oxygen Esports, they have to react to it. So they're doing that the entire time. But it's all about level 20, and the objective hasn't been announced yet, so chances are really good that Crowd Control will be able to get their level 20 in time for the third protector at the bottom of the map. There's still a push attempt by Oxygen Esports, as they're just saying, listen guys, we can't just like run after them the entire time, so how about we instead set our own push up and see how they react to that. If they just want to trade structures, so be it, let's do it, because we get the bottom fort, and then we can push for the bottom keep immediately. Here comes the upgrade for Hanzo. That's the important one. The Dragon Awakens. Which kind of means that up to now it was asleep? I mean, I don't really understand, but like, why would you try and play with a sleeping dragon? So that's a little bit weird. Thankfully, someone awoke that thing up. But now the 20 is nearly ready for the other team. That also gives us then Buried Alive, which is going to be sexy as hell. Mind Control potentially, if Dino wants to abandon a bold play. Oh, stay a while and get wrecked. Straight into the corner. Nobody dying this time though. Good attempt. And just check out the cooldown on Hanzo. If he just gets a few more shots connected, I mean, he's already low. So it's not like even if he doesn't get any hits in any further, it's going to be a problem. But he reduces it even more. Now we got the cooldown reduction on the Mind Control. We got also the upgrade with the top off after we already had the Super Strain. And the Dark Lady's Call is in. It's time for the big fight. 20 versus 20. Storm Talons, baby. Yeah, let's go. Let's make it happen. 63. Look at the damage output. 63,000 for Hanzo, 45,000 for Chromie. And then you look over to the blue team, and what do they have? Sylvanas with 33k. That's roughly half the damage of Hanzo. So, not really a whole lot. But they have a very sustainable front line, and now they have some of the best engages in the game too. As even making the plays for structures that first of all eliminates the fort in the middle of the map, so they take that one down easily. But at some point they gotta move down to the bottom of the map, unless they're really happy to just play around the opponent's protector, and I don't really think that's gonna happen. So they wanna get some additional items first, and that allows Sylvanas to move to the top and take another fort down. So good for them. There's just continuous pressure here, but it's 50% already for Oxygen Esports, so it's time to fight. What do they have? They have 2 turrets, and in addition to that, 1 healing beacon at the bottom of the map. Yep, everybody has an item. So 2 turrets against 4 turrets, everybody has a healing beacon. And well, that is it. So, This is now the opportunity to either fight for it or let it go. Lauber is starting to move in. Is starting to contest it. And they're jumping back. They want to have the choice of angle of how they're attacking here. And Chromie is providing the vision for them. So here we go. This is going to be one of the most important fights now. Because crowd control, they've lost 2 of their forts. And they've lost the bottom fort as well. They haven't won a single... Actually, they have taken a protector. Let's be honest. They didn't do anything with it. So I guess yeah, they didn't really get any... They didn't get anything out of the protector. That's probably the best way to phrase it. But now that we're heading into the fight, this is all about getting the angle for it. And Madara is going to be looking for Deckard Cain to set him up again. Yeah, or for Chromie potentially. Dino gets the shield, takes a bit of the damage. Here comes the mind control. They're making the play. Madara, the dragon is there. And the buried alive misses. The Quasar doesn't hit anything. And that is bad news. This is one of your biggest tools in the belt. And he is missing it completely. They're still trying to go for the fight here. Turrets everywhere. The protector taken. X-Ray makes it into it barely, but he does. And here comes Sylvanas. They take the objective, and now they are trying to pressure the bot lane. Not a single player died. Not one hero went down. And we'll see what they can do, especially since Leo has to go to the top lane to deal with the catapults here. But this could honestly be another protector that doesn't get any value whatsoever. I mean, look how quickly they take that down. The hit point pool is already gone. They have 20% left. Crowd control is not controlling anything in this game. They are definitely not. They had a pretty good start thanks to all those Sylvanas plays and those sneaky attacks that they set up. But as you can see here, that protector just doesn't do anything. Top lane has been defended, so I guess they extend the game a bit. Sylvanas doesn't hit the mind control here. Next objective is in the middle of the map again, and they still have a fountain, but I honestly don't think that fountain is going to survive until then. So that's the next thing. Could be a long game here. 18, 19 minutes in now. Everybody's still looking for an opening to try and get a kill, but Leo has his Entomb back, so that's at least good news for them. And, well... bit of a lockdown. Leo ghosting around. Here comes the engage. Ah, but they're not going to make a play for it. Bit more damage being done here by the ult on Hanzo. Again, the cooldown reduction is all that he needs. They take the fort down, and it's time for the item fight. He's gonna drop one. Yep, okay. Can they do something with it? They lose Leo. If they trade, that's okay, but they do not. Yeah, it's looking worse and worse, honestly. It just feels like they can't do anything, that they don't have enough damage here to really get the numbers in. Now Zarya is dead too. They weren't just able to control the initial start of the game. Banana Age! Yeah, that's what a bit of a ping disadvantage is going to do to you. I don't really think that he expected to hit this one. This seemed to me like it has been a bit of a ping problem. There were a couple of moves in this game already by some of the European players where I thought, well, that seems like delay was at least partly a problem. And this one kinda showed that too, I think. 11 kills to 4. Good on Oxygen Esports. Guys, they're crushing it now. They're taking the keep at the bottom of the map. And it just seems that crowd control doesn't find the answer. The entombs that they used so far were pretty useless. Quasar missed one, and the other buried alive didn't result in a follow-up, so there was nothing that really could be done. And now they have to try and see if they can at least get some additional items for them for the next fight. But it's rough. It's rough going here. So Lauber comes in, steals it away. He has at least that. Turrets are of course still up on the map and can be taken. A couple of camps are there too. Damage output. Hanzo is now a proud member of the 6-digit club as he locks in 104,000 damage in hero damage. And everybody is playing it a bit slower again. The next objective is going to be quite strong, by the way. So the 4th objective usually ends the game. Then again, objective number 2, number 3 didn't do anything. So I suppose at this point you're happy if you can take a tower down. But yeah, 21 minutes in, catapults are going to become more of a deal. We're slowly starting to get into a scenario where Winions are becoming a thing. And that's problematic for the bot lane in particular, because both Fort and Keep have been annihilated by Oxygen Esports. They themselves still hold onto the fort, which means that there is 0 counter pressure. So we're going to have a catapult now spawn on every single lane, or every single wave, for Oxygen Esports, and not even one in the third wave for crowd control. That would at least help them a little bit. Dino missing out on the mind control. Yeah, they have trouble landing a lot of those skills. A lot of trouble right now. It's quite visible. As I said, at the time when this was played, it was late. Very, very late at night too. Might play a role, might not, who knows. Fact of the matter is that they are just not making the plays at this point that they need to. They just, yeah, need to connect something. Doesn't mean that they can't win the game anymore. Just imagine them having one good buried alive. There's another objective on the table. So, one good buried alive, one good move, one good kill against the backline heroes. Take Hanzo down, drop deck at Kane, and all of a sudden we're talking about a very different setup. Very different game here. And they're looking for it. Quasar sitting at the side, looking at Tyrael right now. Lauber is there too. Could set him up. And their blessed shield hits the wall. Oh my god, for a second I didn't believe it. I was like, I must have been seeing things, but no, I didn't. At least the big shove on the explosion, but blessed shield just got YOLO'd out and he just hit the wall and nothing else. It didn't bounce, nothing, nada. Now they're making the play. They're trying to retake. Here comes the mind control. Can they go for D.Va? D.Va, that's a good setup initially at least. Nazmas and the kill. The kill is there. Another missed buried alive, but they get the D.Va kill. And now they have some time and space to work with. Okay, that one a little bit better here. Allows Dino to also fall back. That's a long death timer, of course. We're talking 50 seconds. So that is quite strong. And someone needs to deal with the bot lane now, of course. And Sylvanas has thankfully moved back, so she can do that now. Burn those catapults down easily. And in the mid lane, that's where the points keep ticking in. I still don't know if it's going to be enough for them to get the objective, especially now that the red team is pushing in. They know that, that at the top side, Leo is pushing the lane out. They know that Sylvanas was at the bottom, so they take the opportunity to move in for this one. They can't do enough yet. 62% right now. They hope for another kill. Bless shield. Leo, this time they get it, and they go for Tyrael. That's the kill that they needed. Beautiful combo. This time it's successful. Just as D.Va is about to come back, they get the kill that is so important. A staggered kill against the red team that will allow them the objective here. They used everything on this one, and this time they were successful. The coordination was there. They get the kill, and that's a protector. And this time they should be able to do some damage with it. Nicely done. Protector taken. They Quasar soloing this, I don't know, and they go for the team fight with it? Like, what? Boys, take a keep down with that. We're 24 minutes into the game. You want to take a keep. I'm okay if you're trying to fight for the healing beacon first, but you really need to start and take some structures here. Yeah. Get some damage on Madara. Not enough, but if that protector doesn't do anything there either, then I don't know. I mean, what else do you need in order to make a play for structures? And where are they going? I really expected a play for keep, but they are going down to the bottom of the map for the fort. It's understandable that they want to try and relieve some of the tension that the bot lane is experiencing. So they take this one down, but we're not going to see the game end here. We are heading into Objective 5, which is nuts. That's actually crazy in and of itself. 25 minutes in, and, well, maybe can they get a kill? Alright, maybe they have a chance here, but no, the ults are immediately being used on the other side too. They see the bird alive coming out, and Oxygen Esports goes, Arrgh! And drop Hanzo's ult plus the Sanctification. Yeah, and Catapult over here is starting to do some damage. Yep, they're actually going to lose a bit on the keep. As I said, it's minion time. It's one of the reasons why they decided to take the fort down at the bottom of the map. But it's still crazy that they don't get more than that. They will be able to maybe drop the wall, but that is it. So, yeah, it's kind of nuts. Protector number 5. I have never seen a 5th Protector end the game, as I said. I have seen the game being ended as the 5th Protector is on the map, but I've never seen a 5th Protector really doing it. It was actually the other way around. The other team just decided they would go for the YOLO. Talking YOLO over here. They got Kane. No, not this time. Hello. Can they make it? Nope. Again, not happening. Blessed Shield and Buried Alive both came out, but they couldn't get the kill. 26 minutes in. We're 26 minutes into the game now. They're still looking for opportunities here. Walls are getting destroyed. Vision gets denied. Items are being fought over. One healing beacon. But no turrets. And we don't want to fight here. We don't have the buried alive. And Oxygen Esports knows it. Yeah! Who takes game 3? It's a best of 5 series. And as mentioned previously, Crowd Control, they have taken the big lead. Alright, let's see what else they can do. They're still looking for an opening here, but everybody seems to be waiting for the next objective. Yeah, it's getting a bit crazy here. Just one kill might be all that you need here. With Sylvanas, they haven't pushed yet. They're going into the middle now. Starting to see if they can make a play here. But let's go. Right now, topside pressure. One camp is there. Sylvanas is, of course, just firing out mind controls at this point. If you have the level 20 talent, I mean, why wouldn't you? This thing is nuts. Cooldown reduction of 25 seconds is insane. So, yeah, she can pretty much use that like a standard ability now. You can check a bush with it. Doesn't matter at all. So, yeah, let's go. What else can we actually do there? We have currently Dino and Rutzo in position at the top, trying to go for maybe Nazmas again. Mind control misses. They Quas at the side, not only scouting, but also hoping maybe for that buried alive attempt. Yeah, they get it, but only against Tyrael, and they Quasar falls. They just don't follow up on any of this. This is the problem that they have with their composition. They have a really nice position for a lot of things that they're trying to do here, but they don't have that burst damage that they kind of need to capitalize on a good buried alive. And now they are in real trouble, because this is likely going to be another keep. Unless they can do something against D.Va here, but I really don't think so. D.Va's already moving out. Oh, the old man! No! He gets completely bullied out, but the counter kill against Johanna. Well done by Hanzo. Madara playing a great game of Hanzo. Look at this damage output. Oh my god! X-ray! 172,000. He's dead! Maybe now. Look at this wave. Double camp and catapults. Dino can't even take it. Instead, he has to come in and let Leo take the damage first. The objective is unlocking, and 2 heroes are down for Oxygen Esports. 13 kills to 8. What is happening in this game? Triple catapult. Boys, someone needs to deal with it. You can't just simply let this go. Someone needs to go bot lane. Please, 29 minutes in. This is a Winion setup. If Jojo doesn't deal with it when she respawns, then this is gonna be a disaster. Jojo needs to take this out. 4 seconds for Lauber. If he doesn't deal with that, they're gonna... Yeah, they're pinging it. Okay, thank God they saw it. I really thought they would miss out on it. But yeah, they got Leo on the point at the top. 5th Protector is an option. They're trying to go for items. And they're gonna grab this one. 4 seconds for Hanzo. Main damage dealer. He's the big one. He is the damage dealer for them. Look at that setup. By the way, we have a second hero now joining the 6-digit club. Sylvanas is now a proud member. For her fantastic efforts in the war between the Horde and the Alliance. She got an honorary membership. 8 kills to 13. And now the push topside. 74% for them. It's again about the next kill. It's all about the next kill right now. It's so close. Oh, can they get the blessed shield? Where's the tomb? Yes! Chromie! Chromie! No! No! Leo is down. They couldn't get it. They couldn't get it. They were trying to connect, but they are losing too. This has to be game. They were so close. Prismaticism nearly died, but this has to be game. With 2 down and both keeps eliminated, they can push for core here. They need to. We are 31 minutes into this game. They are actually looking for the Protector. They want to end it with the objective. And it seems that Crowd Control is still willing to fight. They got Leo bouncing back in a moment. So there's that. They're going to have a 4 versus 5. Well, pushing the middle. Let's go. Sylvanas on her way. And they're like, let's go core, boys. Let's rush it. Let's go core. We have one catapult. Let's escort it in and take it here. That decides the game. That would be the game of the century. They need to rush away now. And there's the speed bubble. But they Quasar... Yeah, they're sacrificing him. They're sacrificing him. It's fine. They're buying time for Johanna to come back. I cannot believe this is going on still. Oh my god. But look at this. 2 catapults. 32 minutes in. Can they get a kill here? Nope. The old man misses again. Nobody wants to listen to his shitty stories. They're like, dude, we heard it all already. Alright? You're telling us the same shit over and over again. Ever since Blizzard released you into the game, you've been telling the same stupid story. Time and time again. It's really getting old. We're all resident sleeper over here. But yeah, just don't bore us to death anymore with this crap. Catapult got taken out by Johanna at the bottom of the map. Up here at the top, there's the fight. 99%, they have it. They have, no, Leo respawned. Leo respawned, but he's gonna die. If he wants to hold it, he's gonna die. Oh, yeah, they're giving it up. They're giving the protector up. No, George is again on the point. Can they take Chromie? Chromie. How do they still hold on to this game? What is happening? Oh, they only get the old man. No, the Quasar. He doesn't hit them. He just doesn't hit them this game. X-Ray goes down. Oh, no counter kill. They're looking at the objective. Can they? Ah, they get Hanzo. They get Hanzo. What is happening? What is happening? Sylvana's down. Chromie down. Leo down. Rutsu is coming on the point. Lauber. Oh my god. 2 versus 3, but Leo, if they can buy time for Leo, maybe, just maybe. Old man with the old banana age. Red Robot, no mana. He has nothing. He has absolutely nothing. Lauber, and he's down. Leo needs too much time. 25 seconds for Leo. Rutsu, he's running too. It's a 5-man wipe. 5-man wipe. They have it. They have the objective. The catapults are on the core already. Oh my god. 33 minutes into this game. What are you guys doing to me here? Oh, the Winions take it. And again, the 5th protector doesn't win the game. The Winions take it instead. Or do they? Yeah, they do. Unfucking-believable. What a fiesta. Game number 3, everybody, decided by Oxygen Esports in their favor. They take the lead in the best of 5. Game number 4. Let's make it happen. That last one was a nail-biter. One of the longest games on Volskaya Foundry that I've seen so far. So, yep, let's go. On the left side of the map, we got, well, crowd control. They got to win 2 in a row now if they want to make it happen. And with make it happen, I mean claim or like, yeah, stake claim, keep. Keep is probably the better word here. Keep the number 1 spot in the standings. X-Ray and Stukov for them. We have Dino and Vala. So now they're popping out my girl here in an attempt to win the game. And we got Rutsu and Medivh. Alrighty, they're getting serious. They Quasar on Malthael. And we got Lauber on Diablo. Over to the right side of the map, currently Oxygen Esports with Madara popping off on Hanzo on the last map. This time he's playing Junkrat, Red Robot on Mirrodin, Banana H on Rega, Prismaticism on Azebo, and Nazmas on Diva. Yeah, Azebo, he had a little bit of a peak for a while. I think it was the first or the second playday of the CCL where all of a sudden we saw Azebo being played. And with a lot of success. I mean, the stacking was crazy, which, to be fair, was for a couple of reasons. Reason number 1 was that the Azebo players did a fantastic job rotating on this map in particular to get their stacks together. Reason number 2 was that the other team just allowed him to do it. So it was kind of nuts. Azebo just rotated between mid and top lane all game long, got his stacks together for the Violent Faction in pretty much no time. But it was kind of shocking to see that the blue team at no point decided to really interrupt those rotations and trying to pressure him a little bit more. So yeah, that was kind of weird. But yeah, either way, as is, I expect them to be a bit more aggressive around this Azebo setup. So we'll keep our eye on that. For now, I assume we're gonna have quite a bit of stacking happening, especially since he went into the Thing of the Deep. Having the range increase is gonna help you a lot, and of course it's also the spell power increase. Back in the day, Blizzard had it at twice the number that it is at right now, which made the thing just so unbelievably imbalanced. It was kind of crazy. It was Resident Sleeper OP for a while, and not tons of people used it, but once they started to pick up on it even more, the Zebo's damage was just out of this world. So now we have, in this game, of course, a chance for Oxygen Esports to also just lock this series in, take crowd control down with a 3-1, and take their own spot at the top of the leaderboard here. So that's a pretty big one. And yeah, they're going to do everything they can to make that happen. Muradin with the third wind as his level 1 talent. But I want to see what exactly crowd control is going to do now. They changed the setup, just generally speaking. I mean, again, look a little bit at what they played on the last map, right? So on the last map, they were very heavily focused on heroes that had a lot of skill shots. So you had the Blessed Shield, for example, as a rogue ability. You had Mind Control. You had also the Entomb. A lot of things that didn't work out for them at all. If you look at the lineup right now, a lot of the precision that you need is missing. Now, there's a few setups that we could see, but even there I'm a bit doubtful how they're going to play it. Normally, if you see a Medivh and a Diablo, you assume that they are going into a ley line setup plus Apocalypse. But we've... Oh, they stole the camp away too. Nice. But Leyline and Apocalypse is a little bit nasty, because it's already tricky to set up properly if you're playing on your home server. If you play with a delay, then that makes it even worse. So I'm curious to see how much of that they're going to try and play out in this game in particular. But the rest of the abilities, there's a lot less tools that hinge on a big cooldown where you need to have a ton of precision. So I think that might be in their interest to play that out that way. Now, again, the rotations with Medivh are also putting additional pressure onto all of the players here, which means that Madara needs some assistance, and he gets it. Red Robot locks in the Stormbolt against Diablo, or that could have been a disaster for him. But it allows Nazebo in the mid lane more freedom to take the wave down and also attack the wave, or the camp that was now claimed. But of course, there was a double camp that was pushing there, so initial pressure from crowd control is solid. Here comes the play, Dibbles makes it out, and no problem. Easy defense with the space created, but here comes the zombie wall in this one. This time he hits it, but Lauba still makes it out. Bot lane is also still getting pushed out by Dayquaza. And by now we also have the multi-shot setup, of course, coming into it. And they're still trying to go for the turn-ins. A couple of gems have already been delivered by the blue team. 17 stacks on Medivh. Gonna keep our eye on him too. Wall stun is out. But Red Rover is gonna be fine. Again, the Dwarf is gonna be absolutely okay here. But the stacking is a little bit slower on Nazebo. Now, again, let me put this in perspective first. Nazebo with 42 stacks at this point is by no means trailing heavily behind or anything. But if you've seen the games that I pointed out earlier at the beginning of the CCL, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So at least this time they're trying to control this a bit more. And they also have the first grab lever wave. So any kind of Nazebo setup can of course do work before he gets his level 20, but the main thought process behind it is really that you're just absolutely spiraling out of control with your heroic abilities. But now they are losing the first turn-in, they're losing Muradin and Rhaegar just as the Web Beavers touch ground. That's a huge problem. Crowd control is trying to push them before Nazebo can be a problem in this game, and they are doing work with these first pushes. Mid lane, that is a huge issue now, and we have a mad leading experience already for crowd control, which also means they might be getting a double turn because of an early level 10. They even get the kill against Nazebo. That shuts down the stacking, and it is a staggered death that allows them to go for the fort. What a horrible, horrible start for Oxygen Esports into this game now. That escalated quickly. Very, very quickly. A fort is down with the first objective, and guys, they're gonna get a second one as well. They're taking 2 forts with the first Web Weaver wave. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. And they're gonna get level 10. They're gonna get what? They're gonna get level 10 with it too. Which means that now they have a chance to go for a second turn-in. Okay. I mean, this is one of those moments where you're like, team, GG next, or what are we gonna do? They're going boss as well? They're going for the boss. They're like, yeah, what are you gonna do? We got heroic abilities. You're gonna try and, like, do anything against it? You're trying to fight? Nice joke. Yeah, that's not happening. So they're not afraid at all. Madara sniffs it out, and, well, crowd control sits there, is like, yeah, so what? What are you gonna do now? attack us? Who are you kidding? Turn-ins are coming, so it seems that Oxygen Esports is going to try and trade a turn-in for a boss defense. That just drains their gems. If he can interrupt. He does. He does. Is he safe? Yes. Interrupts with the ley line. And now the team is here. Totally worth it. Totally worth it. Yeah, that is a boss push. They interrupted the turn-ins, and they are very close to having the gems for their own turn-in. And then they're going to be successful on that one too, aren't they? They try to go for Diva. Nazmas. Ah, he gets out. Alright, he makes it out. But now they are about to have the gems for this one. Yeah, right now it's about gem time. Ults are there for both teams, but they're stealing the camp away again, or at least they're trying. Muradin and Junkrat are still at the top, trying to defend. Over here. Yeah, Apoc set up. They make the play for Nazmas, and he's dead. Nazmas is down. First stack for Mephisto, by the way. And they can turn in as well. Oh my god. 4 kills to 0. 1.5 level lead. The last remaining fort is on its last brick. And they go for the turn-in. Damn, son. They are getting crushed here. X-Ray is the only one who still has to turn in. And there we go. Malthael, who just caught Mephisto a second ago, is also on his way back into the fight. Now that he has another 20 seconds until ult in, they could, through the next fight, force another stack for him. Got the blue web weavers descending again. It's 7 minutes, 8 minutes in, and they are just murdering. I still want to see if Medivh is able to complete the quest, because there would be nothing more annoying for him if he's actually the first one to fall on the blue team side and losing the stacks because of that. So there's that. There's a good chance though that we're going the full distance in just another Heroes of the Storm match. That happened a few times now already in this tournament, and we could see it here today once more. There's the level 13 talent advantage for them, so they're getting farther ahead, which especially with the... Ooh, portal setup. Nazmas! And he's like, team, I have a problem. Houston! Houston! Nope. Nope, 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 nope. That's a kill. There we go. Kill is in. Second stack for Mephisto. Malthael. The other guy. Jesus. I don't know what's going on today. Anyways. Yeah, all of a sudden, they're getting kill after kill. Look at this. This is keep. This is likely a double keep play. Riptire for the defense, but they are getting murdered. Where are the sirens? What the fuck is happening? Where's the police when you need them? Did they get defunded already, or what's happening here? There's a crime in progress. Someone needs to deal with it. Oxygen Esports. Keep. Are they saving it? I don't think so. Can they? Death numbers are so low, they might just be able to do it. Diablo is moving out. Okay, they're still trying to make the play. There's the push. And Lauber. Yeah, he gets saved by Medivh, who's stacking and stacking and stacking. Dino with another good move too. There we go. Dino, but they save the keep. Good job by them. That was actually well done. I did not think that it was possible for them to save this one, but they did. Still, talent lead, experience lead, portal rotations to the bottom of the map now, so that Dino can take another camp down. Yeah, we have 28,000 damage for him now. 22,000 for Nazebo. And Nazebo is sitting in the middle, and he's saying like, boys, I'm gonna work on the stacks now. I'm gonna go stacking, and then we're gonna bring this back in the late game, because that's how we roll. But he's at 114 stacks and still 55 away from getting to enough stacks here. 1 level lead. Push through the bot lane. Here we go. There's the play. Crowd control controlling every single aspect of this game so far. Doing incredibly well here. And off we go. They're going to push that wall down. The question is just simply how much more can they do. And Diva has turned in the meantime. So that means they have finally a chance to get some web weavers of their own, which are likely not going to do a whole lot, but even just pushing the lanes out at this point is a win. They nearly tried to chase her, by the way. So Diva was nearly chased down there too. The problem also, of course, is that with 2 level disadvantage, level 16 talents are going to be brutal. This is such a big power spike always, level 16. It's one of the most impactful ones. Level 16 is probably the most impactful power spike outside of level 10 and level 20. It's So, yeah, with that advantage, they would have an easy time not only defending this, but also controlling the 2 turn-in points again. Okay, there's the Stormbolt, there's the ring, APOC, they try to go for the play. Can't really get a whole lot done here. Also could counteract the Ravenous Spirit later, but for now it's fine. Quest for Medivh still not completed. They're going for the fight again. Here comes Spirit in with the Avatar. They're trying to make the play. Yes, Medivh is already coming out with his own ult. And the drop against Red Robot. They can kill him, but it's no stack for Malthael. Still a kill, still worth it. And they are trying now to take the rest of the Web Weavers down here. Mid lane has been defended. Top lane. Yeah, top lane is actually... Is it gonna fall? I think, yeah. Ooh, close clutch. Alright, they keep it. They still held on to it. Where's the boss up, by the way? Ah, well, there it is. By the time that I scroll in, it's already there. And with Mirrodin down for another 4 seconds, you can guess what they are gonna do. They go for the boss. They Quasar shows in the middle for just a second, but I think it's obvious where they're gonna be. So another boss gets claimed, and that is gonna push the top even more. It is rough. This is a rough game. This is a really, really rough game. Oxygen Esports is in a world of pain here. They're trying to trade a turn-in for a boss again. They're getting rid of all their gems for this stuff. But they can't get it. They can't even get the turn-in. And here comes the move, and bam! Even with the ice block, it's gonna be the end of the Witch Doctor. Nazmas, he's trying to turn in, is able to pull it off, but of course they're already busy in the middle to take the keep down, and the one at the top is getting attacked as we speak. One keep is down, a second one will likely fall. They're rotating up, they want to go for Red Robot, they want to go for more, they're trying to go for Junkrat here. Can't get him. But this keep is also going to fall. Despite the fact that the Web Weavers are now on the ground, that's a double keep play. And technically, they could even think about doing a bit more here if they can get kills. But of course, they're going to try and defend the rest of their own lanes to make sure that they still hold on to their advantage. 7 kills to 0. That is rough. It's pretty much the complete opposite of what we saw in game number 1. Pretty much the complete opposite here. So, yeah, it's kind of crazy. By now, we have level 16 talents ready for Oxygen Esports. That gives us the Soul Harvest and the Hunger of the Wolf. And Medivh. I would laugh so hard if he's the first and the only one to die here on the blue team side. Comeback would be insane if they can bring this back. They have only 19 gems, so normally we're talking about how the gems are your ticket back into the game, and if you hold enough of them, you might bring it back, but they had to sacrifice 2 of their turn-ins to stop pushes on the blue team side. And talking about pushes, crowd control, they got enough gems to get another Web Weaver wave. Medivh is cheating as usual and just maintaining vision on the other team, who are playing incredibly passive, so they are just waiting for it to happen. And that means that there's a push through the mid lane and the bot lane with Web Weavers plus a camp. Now that Zvala is pushing the top lane out a bit further, top lane is also going to be in trouble. So they're going to try and go for core here. And they should. They definitely should. I mean, why wouldn't they? In a great spot. Then again, you're looking over to Nazeebo. If he makes it to 20, he will have his Viral Infection. They are just trying to somehow hold on until they're 20 and then use the Viral Infection of Nazeebo to bring this back. It's a huge power spike for them that might allow them to turn this around. But it's a big if. It's a big if to ask whether or not you can now hold on to the core with this much pressure, especially since level 20 is coming in any moment now for the blue team. They are looking for game 5. They want game 5. And that core is gonna get murdered in just a moment. There is no way. Dino is right-clicking the shit out of it, stutter stepping around it, dodging out on Red Robot. Core is down to 70%. Vala is dead though. They killed Vala. And, well, can they save it? Red Robot jumps away, therefore he doesn't get killed by Malthael's ult. 69% on the core, and they're still playing it out. Stormbolt quest is completed. Medivh on 37 stacks. They're trying to get a bit more damage in. X-Ray could hit him with a big hand. Lauber, 69% still. Lauber, Hellgating out. Catapult is doing some work. And Lauber committing Sudoku to save the rest of the team. The Catapult is down, but it's 61% on the core. With Dino dying, that was the end of the push, more or less. The rest of the team didn't commit to the right click. Madara is jumping in, just as we see the core regenerating its shields. And, well, they have the 20. It's a 1.5 level gap until Oxygen Esports has their Storm Talents and the Vile Infection for this event. Can you imagine, by the way, like, you're surviving until level 20, like, you know, just like on the skin of your teeth, really just holding on to the game, and then 20 comes in. You have 170 stacks, 200 stacks, whatever it is, and then you misclick. Just imagine that for a moment. Oh, alright. 1-4 down. That's a bit of pressure relief, but they are fighting. Bala is back to business, and they want to go for it. There's the ley line, and the quest completion for Medivh. They're looking for Muradin. They have Muradin, the dwarf. Oh, he jumped into the APOC. No! He jumped into the APOC. Oh my god. Vala's shot connects, but he jumped right into it. Oh my. Oh, that poor dwarf. Muradin is down. Oh, that just feels bad. That just feels so bad. Now they're going for the next one. They're going to try and take Nazmas down. The ley lines, they keep coming. 8 kills to 2. And the core is getting attacked again. Muradin down for another 20 seconds. And where is Dino? Where are those nasty right clicks from Vala as she is dropping the damage, dropping the shields? They're taking D.Va down. This is gonna be game finally, isn't it? Well, Stukov falls. He's a sustain for them. They have the core down to 48%. Second approach. Portals are set up too. But yeah, this should be it. 20%. There's no way. Dino is gonna fall, but so is the core. That is game, and this is a 5-match series. We're going to go the full distance on this one, ladies and gentlemen, as Crowd Control takes Tomb of the Spider Queen. Game number 5. We're going the full distance in our Heroes of the Storm match, everybody. Let's go. It is the final map between Crowd Control and Oxygen Esports as the teams are fighting for the #1 spot in the standings. X-Ray is playing Ana for the team. We have a double support as Rutsu plays Uther, plus Malthael played by Dequaza again, Laubon, Muradin, and Dino on Sylvanas going into the... Muradin going into the perfect storm, by the way. Madara on Liming, we got Red Robot on Diablo, Banana H on Lucio, Nazmas on D.Va, and interestingly enough, we have Zeratul being played by Prismaticism, which technically could be a Void Prison into APOC combo. Not something that we're seeing a lot these days, but it's a possibility right now. Now as we're heading into this final map, into our showdown, again, a big shout out also to everybody who supports the channel on Patreon. Guys, we're having Meta Madness start in just a couple of days, and Meta Madness and tournaments like that are organized wouldn't be possible without you. So a big shout out to all the Patreons. And thank you for the continued support. Everybody that wants to help support the channel a little bit and keep the Heroes of the Storm coverage alive can always check it out at patreon.com/Khaldor. Definitely have a look there. And again, big shout out and thank you to everybody that chips in over there. Now, in the game that we currently have, the build is pretty much the same. So we expect Zeratul to, of course, focus on his slash talents, going into the Void Slash then later on. I think he's going to continue with that. Muradin is a bit of a question mark. I expect that given the times that we're living in the meta, we're going to see Sledgehammer, so that he completes the base side a bit quicker, and especially here you get the extra damage against the Immortal as well. So that would force him into the Bronze Beard Rage on 13 for the added survivability. Time will tell. Could still be a healing static setup, but I don't really think so. Level 4 is going to tell you a lot about that. But either way, this is for all the marbles now. That was a bit of a weird one. Again, played late at night and everything. We had some crazy games, for sure. Especially that, like, what was it, 34-minute game on Volskaya Foundry. That was a bit nuts too. But let's see which team takes it. We got the exchange in camps as the bot and the top lane are now taken. Madison is currently sitting tight. Alright, Lauber, another Storm Bolt, connects, gets the stack. Getting a little bit more here as Ana also comes in with a sleep dart. They got a lot of CC with this. So they have a couple of things that they can actually use for it. Red Robot is ready to die. He goes down. Nice lockdown. Good start. And if Dino can cap... Oh, nice. Madara. Yeah, our boy popped off in game number 1. Actually, game number 2. His plays were kind of insane, if you're honest. Actually, I think it was game 3. Anyways, on Hanzo, he murdered. So now on Li Ming, he also gets some combos in. So far, so good. There's a sledgehammer, as expected. Yep, we got it. And top side, there's a play from the Quasar as he's starting to move in. The slash talents, the cleave talents are coming in now for Zeratul, so he doesn't deviate away from the build that he so far used in the past. And the Immortals are spawning. 1 kill against 0. But again, this is the game that is for everything. So right now, you want to make sure that you get your chance to make those plays. But yeah, let's see. Here comes the play at the top side, trying to take the wall down already. Prepare a bit also for the Shaman camp. Immortal is spawning in 8, push at the bottom, and well, if Sylvanas is good as one thing, then it is pushing the structures, and they are starting to take that wall pretty easily with her. So I think they chewed off a little bit more, they bit off a little bit more than they can chew her. This Madison is already now sitting in the wings, hoping for an engage and a kill, but they can't get it. So now that they lost the wall, they might even lose Diablo, and that's a problem if it happens. Red Robot is trying to get out, the Dwarf is jumping back in, but doesn't have the cooldown on the Stormbolt, so instead they're going for the defense. They're splitting Sylvanas off so that she can start to attack the opponent's Immortal. But everybody was a bit low there, and Zeratul still has with the cleave to deal with the bot lane pressure that comes through the Shaman. So now that that's finally taken care of, Sylvanas has also is also someone that they need to keep an eye on, because Dino is pushing this again, and now it's starting to be a race for the halftime show as they're slowly starting to make their play. So off we go. Here we got it. Yep, they're taking this one down. Come on, halftime show is won. Zeratul was trying to bring it back a little bit, but the blue team is locking in the early advantage. 15 stacks on the baseline for Lauba. Yeah, Sledgehammer is pretty awesome when it comes to that. And he can get just simply 1 kill. Oh, careful. Defense is there, but D.Va, can they get her? No. Some damage done. They actually eat it in the attempt to get the Immortal, and they're gonna get it, aren't they? Yeah, they're gonna lock it down. There's the attempt on the red team side to, yeah, like, take the shield down as much as they can. But it's still, what is that, 25%, 30%? Make it 25. So pretty solid shield. And now the move to the top lane in an attempt to take the fort down. You want to take the fountain down at least. Again, if you can take the fort, of course you're going for it. They have level 7 versus level 7, so there's no talent advantage. The shield is really all that great, and with the lineup that we see for Oxygen, it should be possible for the red team to take this down before it gets out of hand, especially if Zeratul commits to the attack too. Problem is that the 5 versus 4 means that Malphite is alone at the bot lane, so the red team needs some value here, but Zeratul, as it turns out, is abandoning a potential team fight and instead moves down to the bottom of the map so that he can keep the experience and keep that bottom fort in play. Bit of a wall stun against Rutzo's Uther, the double support of course offering a lot of sustain now for crowd control, and the quest is completed. Now Malthel joins the fun, they want this thing, and they are about to get Diablo! Yeah. He gets away, or does he? Madara and him are both low. Oh, that got close. They nearly lost 2 here. Also, Madara was pretty much out of mana at this point, so that hurt even more. Uther is still waiting out his level 7 talent choice, by the way. So he's still delaying that for quite a long time. But let's see what is going to happen. I mean, at this point, you really also want to see, I suppose. Okay, they go actually for Guardian of Ancient Kings. And you want to see what's coming through on level 10, I suppose. I mean, back in the day, honestly, it was one of the plays that was oftentimes made when you played against Ethereal, that as a support with Cleanse, you would always wait, hold your level 7 back until your opponent picked their heroic ability. Because Judgment was actually a valid option. We had some sniper compositions with Judgment into Hinterland Blast and Precision Strike from Nova. And therefore, the support needed to know on the other side, do I need Cleanse, yes or no? And as soon as Tyrael made his choice and, let's say, went into Sanctification, then you knew that you didn't need a Cleanse and you could go for a different talent. But yeah, similar thought process sometimes still in the game, where you wait for your opponent to take a specific talent on a hero, and where you just like talk about, okay, do we need this, yes or no? Especially in a setup where you have a double support, that's of course even more so true. Level 7 gave us Calamity. Now that we have level 10 abilities up next, this is where the real fun begins. This is where the real action is gonna start. And who is locking the next one in? Dequaza is already pushing the bot lane out again. Level 10 kicks in for both teams at exactly the same time. No surprises. Avatar is in. Lightning Breath. They're not going for the APOC setup with the Void Prison. It would have been a bit old school. You don't really see it anymore these days. And he goes for Lightning Breath instead. Halftime show. It is a fairly even trade, but it's a win for crowd control. They win it by just a couple of hit points, but they do win it. And it's going to be a Tormented Souls with a Divine Shield. Nano boosted Tormented Souls with Divine Shield. Yeah, it's going to be Malthael that's going to try to rip that backline apart. Talking about ripping things apart, Dino just jumped in and says, you know what? I like this fort. Let's take it down. Fort destroyed, nicely done. Camp also taken down, and now it's time to play for the Immortal again. But Dino's sneaking up to the top and just saying, okay, let's go for it. And right now, that's the damage actually. I guess that Sylvanas is leading the charge for them. Yes, she is with 23,000. 16 for D.Va, and they're starting to push this a bit further. It's interesting, by the way, that the top fountain is still up. Question is always for how long, but the minions are gonna take care of it. Super minions. Oh. Down at the bottom though, the Divine Shield. Nice, keeping Ana alive. Yeah, Ulta with a heart for the healer here. Divine Shield is thrown out, so is the VP, but they're coming in with a big boy damage right here. Dropping Zeratul, he's dead. They're looking for more, and they might get it. Yeah, they get Diablo. Diablo is down, and they're also getting the Immortal itself. Objective number 2, 4 kills to 0. It's getting nasty for Oxygen Esports. The air is getting a little bit thinner here. Crowd control is doing a lot of work. They're making the plays, they're taking the objectives, they have locked in 2 now, they get the kills, and they're starting to also take a lead in experience. That is pretty significant. 4-2-0. They go through the bot lane, and they are going through that fort like hot butter through cheese. Absolutely no resistance at all, as they're making their way towards the wall of the keep already. And Sylvanas is going to try and help them to take this one down too. They're coming in, starting to take it. First tower already annihilated. Immortal still, yeah, switches into melee mode now. Diablo completes the quest, the baseline, so there's that, and here's the play. At this point, they're making it happen. The wall goes down. Can they get a kill? Oh, Meritin, careful. The explosion does a bit of damage to Uther, but it's not enough. Nano boosted Malthael coming in again. Oh, Banana H nearly died to it. And they want that keep, don't they? Oh, they can get a kill. Diablo, he's body blocked. The 5-man surround pretty much. They're body blocking him, but the sound barrier. Nice timing. Well played by Lucio. This could have backfired. 13 talents are there. They're still hopping out. They could turn it. Careful. Need to play. Oh, there's the VP. Okay. They have the Divine Shield. And it's too late. Divine Shield doesn't get used. Ana is down. They want to go for a kill against Li Ming, but they can't get that either. And there it is. The double kill for Oxygen Esports. Nicely done. All right. 13 talents. Now we got the Illusionist in play. And the chance to bring this back. The keep hasn't fallen, but both of the forts are down. Up towards the top. Dino is taking the camp. Well, he's trying to. Zeratul is already on his way, but he's not the only one. Because Meritin is also in the area. They can push the bot lane on the other hand. They have the 3 heroes here. They have the camp. And they are starting to use that to break through the wall. The advantage is still there for crowd control. They still have the advantage in this one. They can still take it. But of course, the 2 deaths that they just suffered on the retreat, they are a little bit annoying for them. At this point, it's still Catapults pushing against them. Lauba is stacking. Has to. Wants to make sure that he gets as much damage out of the Sledgehammer as well. It's going to help him a lot with the damage against the Immortal. He's sitting at 27 stacks. It's obviously not bad. With Sledgehammer, he's going to do a lot of work. He has the baseline quest completed. What else do you want? 13 well met for Uther. And they got a solid chance to lock another Immortal down if they get a good angle on it now. And yep, they can start to go for that as they're already aggressively pressuring Nazmas out at the bot lane. They are destroying another wave. Oh yeah, and they're jumping in deep, don't they? Muradin? Ah, good job. Madara paying attention here. Teleporting away. Needed to. If he gets caught, ooh, that could have been a kill. They are pressuring the bot lane now. They are trying to set the camp up so that they can take that keep. The Immortal is on the map and they don't care about it. So they're forcing this already. They're going for Nazmaz and the mech is down. Dropping the mech. Have to be careful with Prismaticism in the back. Another VP could be annoying, so they can't stack up too hard or it's going to be a problem. Nano Boost is out though. Yeah, and they're still trying to lock Zeratul down. But they didn't really accomplish a whole lot. Oh, there it is. There's the VP. Mirrored in with the Stormbolt. There we have it. The Li Ming combo didn't quite work. Tormented Souls is in. They're starting to chase. They're going for the front line. The kill against Zeratul. Dino makes the kill happen. Red Robot is low and Red Robot is down. There's the kill. 7-2. 16 talents. Now they're ready. Any moment. Top 4 is about to fall because of the Shaman camp from Oxygen Esports. But it doesn't change the fact that the keep is toast. They trade the keep for a fort and they are looking for even more kills. Zeratul is down for another 10 seconds. Diablo came back because he had the souls. So now he's a weak little kitten. Lot of terror, my ass. He's not terrifying anybody. Red Robot might play a mean frontliner, but now he's suffering because he doesn't have enough hit points. He dies 3 times already. They're pushing them back again, but somebody needs to deal with this. This top lane is in trouble. 16 talents, they are available now, but the top lane needs to be dealt with too, and they're going for the defense. They're starting to set them up as we speak, and let's go. Dino already on the way in, wants to help out Malthael, and they are burning this one down quickly. Malthael has taken over in the damage output. Yep, the nano boosted ult is doing a whole lot of work. Bit of poke happening from D.Va. She can easily retreat here. Fight at the bottom as Lauba is trying to connect a few more Stormbolts. He has the Pierce. He's at 35 stacks, by the way. He's doing well on this. His Sledgehammer hits are gonna hit hard. Red Robot, I said it before, he doesn't have the hit points right now. There's already the sound barrier being used, but Red Robot goes down regardless. They can't save him. It's not happening. Turnaround attempts from Li Ming as she's getting one combo after another connected. But, yep, that is a problem. That's a huge problem. She's poking from a distance, but if there's no kill, then they're going to be in so much trouble. The halftime show should be a loss. Ana is getting attacked. Ana gets attacked again, but there is also still the Divine Shield. And Zeratul makes it out. Or does he? Lauba? Lauba wanted to flank it. But the halftime show is over, and now they can lock the entire thing in. Guys, this is bad. This is bad news for Oxygen Esports. They are facing an Immortal that has a massive, massive shield. And in addition to that, Sylvanas is going to make the push just so much stronger. That could be a second keep. They're even going for the camp, but they're trying to. Lauba apparently was double checking if maybe someone of the opponent's team was busy down there. That isn't the case. They're attempting to set up topside, but this is going to be really difficult. This is going to be super difficult, honestly. Saving that keep. Team! Someone save the robot! The robot? Yeah, there it is. The VP. VP to save the robots. The only thing that they have. Quasar is trying to go for his killing spree again. Gets the Divine Shield. And Diablo is dying once more. They also go for D.Va. They try to kill her. It doesn't work. But the top wall is falling. It's falling already. They're going straight in for it. 40 stacks by now for Muradin. He has 32,000 damage, by the way. 32,000 damage for him. And they are making the play for keep number 2 as the bot lane gets pressured by catapults. They are 2 levels ahead, 10 kills to 2. They want game 5. They want to lock this one in. They want to be successful here and make sure that they are the ones that still maintain the pole position in the standings. That they lock this series in, win it, take it, and drop Oxygen Esports. They can make a play for core even. They have to be careful though. And they're actually so careful that they're not even making the approach. They're just falling back here. They're so close to 20. They have an advantage. And honestly, the last thing that you want is to throw in the 5th game when you have such a massive lead over your opponent. So they're just saying, guys, let's wait it out. Let's go for 20. And that's pretty much it. And it is honestly the safe play to make here. Could they have gone for core? Probably. Could they have taken it down? Maybe. But they could have definitely done a bit of damage. But then you move away, Zeratul is going to try and chase you. Maybe there's somebody that can slow you down. Maybe D.Va gets a good angle on you. The core has taken a little bit of damage. It's down to 87%. So there is a chance that they could have taken it down. But as I already said, if you want to play it super safe, this is probably the better move. Because if you get wiped on the core and the thing doesn't fall, then you're going to suffer the consequences right afterwards. We've seen too many turns around on this map and others where a team that looked like they could not lose the game anymore lost it. And if you are in the final map of a best of 5 series, that's just a risk that you're not going to take. But that also means that they have to play disciplined now. You got to play it real disciplined. Don't take any fights. Play it slow. Double check the bushes. Make sure that you're not falling into a trap. Take the 20. And then once that you have the Storm talent, make your play. Pretty much what you're gonna need to do here. So 60 stacks for Dibbles. Gonna get a little bit closer to his baseline completion. This camp is gonna be taken. Immortal is spawning and the timing couldn't be more perfect. Crowd control. They're timing their own camp. They're starting to move in with a level 20. They're gonna get it for sure. And then they just have to play around the advantage. So we already see them make the play at the top. Try and take the Shaman camp down before they go into the fight. Lauber missing the Stormbolt. Redemption is in. Look how lazy they got. Redemption with the same icon as the level 7 talent. Blizzard small indie company confirmed. Can't afford a designer that creates a separate icon for this one. It's just too much money, guys. We got a budget. Ball on the budget here. Alright. Oh, and that's Diablo down. Okay, that one ended quickly. They played with a 20 advantage. They have the rewind. And here comes Lauber for the big boy jump. They go for Prismaticism. He saves his life with the Void Prison. Maybe a kill. Maybe a turnaround. Oh, Zeratul. Nah, he's dead too. Zeratul is dead. Madara can't get the kill. And off we go. The bot lane is wide open. The top lane is open. They have a 5 versus 3. And they're just saying, guys, they got Li Ming. Let's play it safe. They have Li Ming. There's no reason to just run into her, even with 2 supports. If she gets some resets and pops off, Madara has played some great games here. Let's not give him an opportunity. Shall we lock this in? There's a lot of money on the line here. This is Playday number 6. So maybe we should just make sure that we win this 100%. Better safe than sorry. Let's lock that Immortal in. 19 minutes into the game, we can get 100% shield out of this one. And just look at it, they're even fighting. They're even going in for the fight. So they're trying to fight this one out. It's a 4 versus 5. Actually, it's a 3 versus 5 at this point because Diablo isn't even here yet. But they take the Immortal with the damage over time. Li Ming is still looking for that reset. She just doesn't get it. Nequaza is jumping in. Wants to help out with the kill. Madara popping the ult to create a bit more space. And they're going for Diablo again. Diablo is getting farmed in this game. And Lucio has to pop one sound barrier after another to keep him alive. That front line is just suffering. Especially, of course, Malthael is absolutely crushing him. Talking about getting crushed. Prismaticism is getting dropped again. And they're going for a kill against D.Va. That's 2 down. And 100% shield Immortal is moving in. The shields are already starting to fall as the catapults are now making their way into. There is no way, absolutely no way to save this anymore. This is going to be game. The Immortal alone takes it and 4 catapults on the core. Are you kidding me? Of course this one's over. This is crowd control, cementing the #1 position in the standings as they take Oxygen Esports down. With a 3-2 victory, they secure the final map. They lock in the W on Battlefield of Eternity. And this is game. Nicely done and well played. Congratulations to crowd control.